It's Pyram King, really excited to bring to a update to one of the Curse of Strahd modules, the Tarokka deck. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this black hat. Well, this black hat is what the Shiganos wear. I live on the edge of the old city here, and there's a neighborhood, Shiganos up there. I go up there sometime, drink wine, and have a great time, and they wear these black hats, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll put it on and give me a little inspiration for this Tarokka reading. So, let's talk a little bit about the Tarokka reading here. We're going to be doing 3 Tarokka readings here in this video. Now, it's been a while since I've updated the Tarokka deck module for Foundry and the PDF guide and the tester pools. And since then, we've introduced the Fey Quest, which includes the reading for the 3 gems, where to find them. We've also introduced the player hook quest. If the players outside of Barovia have player hooks that draw them into Barovia that may tie into a card reading. So I've decided to do 3 different card readings. In addition, I've been asked several times, what cards do I use for my card readings, and do I set the deck? And the answer is yes. So we're going to go through those card readings. In addition, we've got a special treat for you because Madam Ava is going to be doing that reading. Now, this entire Foundry module is going to be updated this weekend, including for version 9 of Foundry. Keep a lookout for those Patreon members that are using this. For the PDF supporters of Patreon, we're updating for this weekend. The tester pool guide includes all the text for this reading, some additional quests, some additional roll tables you've been asking for, including all the sound files you're going to be hearing here today. So that's right, you can be doing your own Tarokka reading. You can still use these sound files if you're not using Foundry or you're playing at home. Now, if you're not a Patreon supporter and you'd like to be, there's a link in the description below to patreon.com/Pyram King. In addition, on top of all of this, you probably already know I wrote a 50-page guide to the history of the Tarokka deck, how to use the Tarokka deck, the 2nd edition, the 3rd edition, how to do my own Stone Cold reading. All of that is available for free to the entire community. It's a 50-page guide to the Tarokka deck. It's pretty cool. I really like it. Hope you do too. In addition, the cards that you're going to see here on the screen aren't the Tarokka deck cards you might be used to. These are from the 3rd edition, the Ravenloft. They're commonly referred to as the Ravenloft set or the 3rd edition set. They've been out of print for over 10 years. They're probably one of the most coveted memorabilia of Dungeons & Dragons there are. I've seen used decks go for well over $100, $200 on eBay. I have digital versions of these. I've kind of cleaned them up a little bit. They are available for free to anybody who wants to download them, to have them digitally, to use them as an alternative deck. I'd really love for Wizards of the Coast to bring them back into print. They would be great cards. It's a great alternative. And they've got a little bit more gothic, old world feeling to them. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go into this. Now, what I'm going to do first is we're going to do the Curse of Strahd reading as if Madam Ava's giving you the card reading. And I'm going to shut off the video and let the reading happen. And at the end, I'm going to explain how this reading works in Foundry with Monk's active tile triggers. So, let's just go ahead and let me just shut off my video here and we'll go ahead and go through it.
This card tells the history, knowledge of the ancients. It will help you better understand your enemy. A book, yes, a dark book indeed. The 7 of Glyphs, the charlatan. A young noble man seeks power and recognition. A prized book such as this would certainly be of value. Seek him out in Vallaki. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. The 3 of Glyphs, the healer card. I see a snow-covered grave near a holy place. There, all will be revealed. This card will reveal a powerful weapon, a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. One of swords, the Avenger. I see a great house, now fallen, guarded by a great stone dragon. Go there and look to the highest peak. This card shall shed light on a fated ally, one who will help you greatly in your battle against darkness. The one of coins, the swashbuckler. Vistani wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at the Wizard's Tower or St. Markovia's Abbey near the Mists. Predicting the exact moment of death is as uncertain as predicting where the Dark Lord will be. Perhaps the cards will reveal your future. As I thought, the Mist card. When the time is near, whether you are ready or not, the Dark Lord will find you in Ravenloft. He moves like the mist. He is everywhere and nowhere.
So that is the experience that you can set up for the players in the card reading. So let's talk about a little bit how I did this. We have 5 buttons over here on the side that I created. These, when you click on them, they just play a sound file. The generic sound file introducing about what the card will reveal. Now, the reason I separated out the sound files is if you want to change these cards, you can always still click on the quest Tomb of Strahd.
This card tells the history.
And it will just telling you this card, and then before you reveal the card,
it will help you better understand your enemy. A book, yes, a dark book indeed.
Now that is me. By the way, this is my my last day of lockdown. I'm in self-lockdown because I had COVID. So this is Madam Ava with COVID, with her pitch adjusted by about 10%. Which is really me. What I did in the corner up here in the corner is I put the layout of what the cards are here so you can see them here. Now each one of these cards are a tile, and there's something that happens invisibly, which is really great for you as the DM and the players, and I'll show you that here with the triggers, is if we click on one of these cards, you'll see the triggers up here. What happens when you click on the card, it cycles the image. The first thing you're doing is you're going to go from the back of the card image, and it's going to reveal the card. And so that's just cycling the image. If you want to change the card, you can do that in here by deleting out the sword adventure and putting a different card in here. You'll have your other card. The second thing it does is it plays the sound file of the card that I've recorded. And then the third thing that's in the invisible thing is it changes the permission of the card to the owner, for everyone to be the owner. And this allows the players, they're going to have in their items tab, this card will now show up in their items tab. Every player will be an owner of that card, and allows them to have that throughout the game because I put all the text in there. And let me explain what I did. So if we look at the items tabs, we have all the cards in here. I have them all numbered and named in order. By the way, I updated the images so they're a little bit crisper and cleaner than they did from the last time. And the cards that you're going to give to the players, I've duplicated them. And I'll give you an example here. So we have like the, let's find it. There's the healer card here. So the healer card has all this information on it about the healer card, how you read it in reverse, the description of the card. It has links back to D&D Beyond, the treasure location, and definition of glyphs. But that's not really going to help the player, right? You want to remember what Madam Ava said. And so what I did was I did a copy of the glyphs card just by making a duplicate card, and I changed it to the quest for the holy symbol. And this is what the players will get. The players will get this card, looks the same, except for it'll have the text of what Madame Avid said. You remember she said, "This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. I see a snow-covered grave near a holy place. It will reveal all." Whatever she said, I put the text in the card. The player will get this card. It'll be in their inventory that they can always reference as they're pursuing this quest. So you can see those quest cards are all lined up here. And that's how you go ahead and do it. It's pretty simple. So you've got the 2 sound files, the 2 active tile triggers. These are tile triggers over here. I'll just show you. There are 2 actual things. There's the, I just put this as a button to just, this is just a text box that I laid over an active tile. And there's just a blank active tile right here. I'll just show you. There's the active tile that plays the trigger of the sound file about the Tomb of Curse of Strahd. And I just take the this and just put it over the top so I know what that that active tile is. And that's the way it goes. So we've got the card 1 will be revealing the Tomb of Strahd. Card 2 is the Holy Symbol. Card 3 is the Sunsword, the Fated Ally, and the Final Battle. Now, let me tell you why I selected these cards, because I get this question a lot. Why did I select these cards? Well, the first one, the Tomb of Strahd, which is the one in the center, I selected, and I'll tell you why here, and I have a little note referencing it to it, is I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to introduce Vasili von Holtz. I think the charlatan card is pretty cool because it's kind of an innuendo. He is kind of a charlatan, actually. He's not really who he says he is. But a noble person. Vasili von Holtz in the Streets of Vallaki module has his manor there. There's a library there. There's the secret room that allows him to teleport back and forth to Ravenloft. What a great place to hide the Tomb of Strahd, because I imagine him as Vasili would like to read it or check it out every now and then. This would be an opportunity for your players to engage in Vasili, visit the manor, and try to steal the Tomb of Strahd. It could create some great role playing here. I'll go ahead and play it again here so you can hear it.
The seven of glyphs. The charlatan. A young noble man seeks power and recognition. A prized book such as this would certainly be of value. Seek him out in Vallaki.
The next card over here is the card for the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind, or Holy Symbol of the Sun. And if you've been following the videos, you know that I've put a lot of lore together. The Knight of Lagonda, Sister Constance, Sister Markovia becomes Saint Markovia, and with Sister Constance, the whole backstory between that, the Holy Symbol of the Sun, is she gave it to Lagonda to fight off the undead, and now it's hidden in her grave in the Abbey. Additionally, at the Abbey, there's an anagram puzzle to figure out to open up the grave to get the Holy Symbol there. So it is specifically placed there because the lore fits for it to be placed there. The Sunsword, which is the third card, the one at the top here, that is at the Argynvostholt. And some people have been asking me about the hilt in the Sunsword. The Sunsword is at Argynvost. You can get the Sunsword. You don't need the hilt. The Sunsword works in and of itself. The hilt, which is found in the Wizard's Tower, if it's joined with the Sunsword, it is actually empowers the Sunsword even more. It gives it its sentient ability and some other special abilities. You don't need it, but if you have it, it's another little interesting side quest. If you don't find it at the Wizard's Tower, but you do engage with Sergei at the spring in Krezk, you'll learn about the hilt. The next thing here is we have the Fated Ally, and I chose for the Fated Ally Ezmeralda. She's probably, from my anecdotal research, the most popular of all the Fated Allies, and her story and narrative fits in really well, right? She's obviously a monster hunter. You're going to run into her. She has a relationship with Rictavio van Richten. Her wagon's at the tower. You can also find her at St. Markovia looking through the library, trying to figure out how to defeat Strahd. She hates vampires. She has some ties into the Vistani. Great backstory. A lot of synergies there. It also creates an opportunity that if Rictavio or Van Richten, as Victavio gets captured and thrown into the dungeon at Castle Ravenloft, it gives her motivation to join your party to march on Ravenloft to try to rescue Rictavio. So there's a lot of things you can do with her. She's a really good fated ally. There's some alternative stat blocks as well. I think for me, she's the fated ally I would definitely have here in my deck. Last but not least is the final battle or conflict with Strahd. And out of all of the Curse of Strahd predictable places, I think this is the weakest one. And why is that? Well, most battles with Strahd are going to be in multiple locations throughout Ravenloft. And to say, well, you're going to find him in the tomb, his mother's tomb, or his brother's tomb, or in the study, you don't know. It just seems it seems to me just a little convoluted. I think it gives more dread, more horror, more uncertainty if we make this part of the card reading kind of mysterious and more deadly. This is the final conflict. And so what I did with her reading is what she says. If you listen closely to the final battle, to the introduction of this card, she talks about death and predicting it. Because technically you're going to be fighting Strahd. So take a listen again.
Predicting the exact moment of death is as uncertain as predicting where the Dark Lord will be. Perhaps the cards will reveal your future.
So the Mist card is the card where you can't really know where he is. He's going to be in Ravenloft. And I wanted that to be the most important thing. He will be in Ravenloft, and a little tip or a little clue about his abilities. So if we listen to what she says about that, you'll hear that.
As I thought, the Mist card. When the time is near, whether you are ready or not, the Dark Lord will find you in Ravenloft. He moves like the mist. He is everywhere and nowhere.
So I thought that was kind of more ominous, kind of dark, more foreboding. You know you're going to face him in Ravenloft, whether you're ready or not. And he's going to be everywhere. And he moves like the mist. Sorry, that's my old clock. I bought an old clock, hand-wound clock. Sorry about that. Well, I guess it lends to the atmosphere, right? All right. So that is the card reading, the cards that I chose for this. Again, you have the full deck of cards. If you want to swap them out, go ahead. Now, I did not make a sound file for every card. I only made them for the cards that you see here. Maybe one day I'll make a sound file for every single card. Okay, let's talk about the Fey Quest. That's the next one. Now, if you've watched the Fey Quest video, I personally believe the Fey Quest is the Brothers Grimm fairy tale epic quest that you should include in your Curse of Strahd game. It weaves so much lore and locations together. It gives the players purpose, motivation, ties them into the entire story in some cool locations in the Fanes and Argynvostholt, Amber Temple, Baba Lysaga. It's all woven in here together. But it also includes a card reading. So here is the card reading. I'm going to, again, turn my face off and you can experience the card reading without me.
Young, stout adventurers, seeking knowledge of the legendary Fey. You seek the magic gems of the Fey, lost forever? The Mist have trapped you here. Seek out the book of the Fanes of Barovia. In there is held the knowledge to escape Barovia. You must find the 3 gems to restore the Fanes as described in the book. Perhaps the cards will reveal a clue to the location of the gems, if you are the ones meant to find them. The green gem of the lovely forest Fey is strong with the spirits of the animal and birds. The Raven card. How interesting. Ghastly grim, an ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Quoth the raven nevermore. Not all creatures are what they seem. The red gem of the mountain Fey is powerful indeed. Let us see what the card reveals. The Ten of Stars, the Master of Stars, the Wizard card. Wise men are not wise at all times. Seek the Lone Tower for your answers to the location of the red gem. The blue gem is rumored to be lost forever. Many have searched for, but to no avail. Tied to the swamp Fey, it is said, and she too seeks for it. To destroy evil's heart, you must find its counterpart, the last gem you seek, the road not for the meek, lost its way from its Fey. This card will tell where the gem fell. My, oh my, the beast card. A frog the size of a beast. Oh, poor dear, it knows not what it eats.
Well, that was the Fey card reading. There's the 3 gems there. Now, as you probably know, if you've watched the Fey video or have that module, the green and red ones are already hidden. The green gem is hidden in the Wizards of Wine. Obviously, by the time you get there, the druids have captured or stolen the green gem. I just released the Wizards of Wine module video. You should check that out. The Raven card refers to the Wereravens. Through the lore, if you're reading the book, The Fates of Barovia, realize that the Force Fae entrusted the green gem to a Wereraven who hid it. So the Wereraven, the Raven card, and what Madame Ava says about not all the animals seem to be what they really are. It's all hint the Raven, Wereravens, to that theme there. The next one is the red gem. The red gem was given by the Mountain Fae to the wizard that she trusts, which was Kazan at the Wizard's Tower. She tells you to go to the Wizard's Tower or go to the Lone Tower. The card is the wizard card that connects the wizard to the Lone Tower. There, you won't find the red gem, but you'll have clues on where the wizard went, which was to the Amber Temple. He was in a hurry, and that is where the red gem is hidden in the Amber Temple. So those 2 are permanent. The blue card in the module, as you know, there's multiple locations. Argynvostholt, the monument in Berez, up at the Abbey, including the Gitrog, who had swallowed it. I chose just to install the Gitrog here. I do have the sound files for all the other the other 5 locations of the blue gems. So if you want to swap out the card and put it in one of the other multiple locations, you can. I just ran the beast card here, which references the Gitrog here. We'll hear it again.
My, oh my, the beast. My, oh my, the beast card. A frog the size of a beast. Oh, poor dear, it knows not what it eats.
So it's about the Gitrog had eaten the gem. You'll find the gem. In this case, the blue gem will be in the Gitrog cave in that treasure pile. So those are the alternatives for the Fey Quest with the introduction there that I had played. So let's move on to the last one, which are the 4 player quests. Now, if you watch the Gates of Barovia, which is how to start the campaign, I suggested some optional individual player hooks that kind of pull your player more into the story, gives them reason, purpose, incentive, even some agency to be in Barovia. And I came up with 4 different versions of them. We're running these in my campaign or variations of them. You can adjust them how you see fit. I left them a little bit vague here so that you can weave them into your own story. So let me just review each of them. One of them is called the Lost Merchant. And this could be a player's family member, friend, aunt, uncle, father, mother, brother, close friend, who went to Barovia in search of some rare wine, for they're a traveling trader slash merchant for a noble house, and you haven't heard from them in some time. Your friend has become met with Vistani, learned how to get into Barovia, and went to the Wizards of Wines, and they've been missing. So all you know is they went to this place to search for wine in Barovia somewhere. And they're lost, and you're either duty bound, or you've been asked to, or for whatever reasons you're motivated to find your friend or your family member. That's the Lost Merchant. The second one is lycanthropy. One of your players has been cursed with lycanthropy. I did a whole piece on how lycanthropy works. I would probably have my player not necessarily cursed with it, but inherited with it. They have it permanently, and they have to learn how to control it. They've heard of an ancient Children of the Night secret den of werewolves that have learned how to control the beast within through some kind of ritual. That's all you know in the kind of Shangri-La unknown area of Barovia. Some werewolves know how to control the beast within. This tells you how to find that werewolf den so that you can, in your own personal quest, get that taming ritual, control that werewolf within you, so you have actual control over the rest of your life. Otherwise, well, you've got your werewolf problem. The third one works really well for clerics and paladins. It is a holy quest. You've been sent on a quest. You've heard of this holy relic that people have discovered or learned about recently from a great war from hundreds of years ago that belongs to your militaristic order, or your holy order, or your religious order, or whoever you pay faith to. You've been sent on this quest to find it somewhere in Barovia. The item itself is the icon of Ravenloft. It's that silver statue, about 12 inches. It has some holy power and good power against Strahd and darkness, so it'd be a great thing. It has to be attuned to, I believe, a good aligned character. So Paladin and Cleric, it makes for a great quest for them. The last one is, I left it a little bit more open. It's the Dark Temple, and this works really well if you're a wizard or a warlock or a sorcerer. Your secret order has learned that dark forces have been escaping from an ancient temple and been penetrating the world somehow, maybe bringing harm or whatever to your wizard or warlock order. You need to find out where it is, what it is, and stop it from happening. And this is going to the Amber Temple, and there's a leak or darkness leaking out of the Amber Temple. So that's the Dark Temple. Each one of these things, you can adjust them a little bit. I left them slightly vague so that you could really fit it into your player characters. Now, you can do this as only one player in your party has this individual quest, and the whole party's going with them to help them, or you can give it like I did. Each one of my players has a reason to go to Barovia. They all happen to meet each other, and that's why they're all going to Barovia together, because they each are part of one of these quests. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my video, and we'll do the player quest card reading for you.
You seek someone who is lost. Perhaps a friend or family, someone close to you. Let us see what the cards reveal. The Merchant card. Seek the Wizard of Wines. They are honest folk and know whom you seek. But do not delay, for I fear, for trouble and strife are at hand. Oh, my poor dear, let me assure you there is hope for the answers that you seek. Let us look to the cards. The Beast card. You must seek out a hunter with a wooden leg in Krezk. He knows of the place you seek. Centuries ago, powerful weapons were used to fight against the darkness, but have been lost. You are here on a quest, searching for such a relic. Let us see what the cards reveal. The Bishop card. The object you seek does rest in a holy place. Unfortunately for you, that holy place is in the heart of darkness. within Castle Ravenloft. Your journey is a dark one. I fear for you and your companions. Let us see if the cards will reveal anything to help guide you. The artifact card. You seek the temple in the snow-covered mountains beyond Salinka Pass. Be very careful. Not all is what it seems.
So those are the individual quests there. The merchant card, it references going to Wizards of Wine. If you watch the winery module, you'll know that a merchant showed up. That merchant could be the stranger, your friend, and they know who he is. Obviously, in the Wizards of Wine, if you watch that, he gets captured, and it opens up the whole storyline with Strahd inviting the party to dinner to go search for the green gem for Strahd, and in exchange, the merchant will be his guest, technically prisoner. So, or guest. I don't know why I did air quotes. It should be guest, meaning prisoner. The next one is obviously the lycanthropy. He's telling you to go meet Darovich, the wolf hunter with a wooden leg in Krezk. He knows about the old hunter in the woods, which is obviously Skinnis, and about the wolf den. The third one is I actually hid, and I think it's an appropriate place to hide it, is actually in Ravenloft at the Chappel. Now, one of the problems with Ravenloft itself is it's really dangerous for medium to low level characters. However, if they're going to go there during the dinner, the chapel's on the same floor. It's getting from the dining hall to the chapel doesn't have to be that dangerous, and they can get to the chapel. It's kind of haunted, starting to become decrepit, and there in the chapel is the silver icon of Ravenloft, the relic or the holy relic that the players are trying to find. So it'd be kind of easy for them to get. Could offer some different variety of role-playing encounters to get that, but it'd be probably a nice one to get while they're doing the dinner with Strahd. Or later on when they're combating Strahd, they find it and they realize they've got, one extra weapon up their sleeve. The last one is the artifact card, which I thought, artifacts, the amber shards and the amber sarcophagi fits in with the Dark Temple. I left that a lot really open for you to use however you like. These all work the exact same way with Monk's active tile. You click on them, they're going to give the player the quest card, or give them access. It'll change the permission of the access so that they can see the quest card with the text that Madam Ava did. Well, I hope you really like this. I'm really excited. This is going to be out this weekend along with the PDF updates, all those sound files. Please make sure you hit the like button if you did, hit subscribe, hit that bell icon so you'll be notified for the next video. Join us on our Discord channel where we're all chatting, sharing ideas, pictures, artwork, and everything. Until next time, this is Parm King. May all your rolls be critically successful.